Hey guys, so I am finally here. I'm just going to turn off my notifications on my other computer. So I'm here today and I'm taking you through how to do Facebook Lives. Now this is quite ironic because yesterday I tried to go live and I had mega issues, and it's quite funny, so I can totally get where everybody's coming from. So the reason that this stemmed, this conversation started happening was in our Photography Business Accelerator group, somebody mentioned about doing a Facebook Live, and we're talking about how hesitant they were. And so it prompted me to ask the question in my free group as well, just to see, what people's reasons were for not doing them, and how I could actually help you guys get past that. So I just wanted to see what is stopping photographers from doing Facebook Lives, because in my mind as photographers, we are used to, we know about light, we know about posing, we know about how to be flattering, we know how to, declutter backgrounds and do all that sort of thing. So I wanted to make sure that you guys we're using the tools that you already know from being a photographer in your Facebook Lives and in your marketing. So this is going to be quite a comprehensive live that I'm going to do today. So if you are just joining me, please do say hi and comment as well, because I think I can only see while I'm standing here. I can't look at my phone and see who's actually on. So comment in the comments and let me know that you're here, that you can hear me, that you can see everything okay, that we don't have any tech problems today. That was how I knew yesterday that we were having tech problems. So I'm just going to be going through this today. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Clare Stevens. I help photographers grow their businesses through funnels and automation, through magic mindset techniques, and just bringing it all together in my signature program, the Photography Business Accelerator. So on this Facebook Live today, we are covering 12 common reasons why photographers aren't doing Facebook Lives. And I totally get it because I've just been through the same experience today. We are talking about 7 reasons why we must incorporate Facebook Lives into our photography businesses. And I'm going to take you through my pre-live prep checklist. So I'll tell you what I do to prep for a Facebook Live, because the prep is probably the most important bit. The live bit's only like 10 minutes or whatever, however long you want to be on Facebook Live for. And then I'm going to take you through step by step what to say on Facebook Lives. A lot of people are asking about structures, things like that. And also how the tech, a little bit of the tech of how it all works. And then finally, I'm just going to take you through 5 really awesome tricks that I do to maximize the impact of the lives that you do. Because there is nothing more, the last thing I want you to be doing is just doing Facebook Lives and then you don't do anything with them. The whole purpose is, I know you guys are really super time poor. And so the whole purpose of this is that you can use these Facebook Lives for things in your business, that it's not just this Facebook. Okay, so are you ready to get started? Can you hear me okay? You can see everything okay? If you can hear me, just press the like button so that I know that you can hear me okay and everything's all good. Awesome. Okay. So let's start with the 12 reasons why photographers don't do Facebook Lives. So this was some of the feedback that I got back in the Facebook group. So I'm just going to read some of these reasons that we had in the group. So I'm not sure what my clients would want to listen to me or want me to see me doing. That's very valid. I've got nothing interesting to say. That was another one. I'm too scared or nervous about messing up. Totally get it. I messed up yesterday, so I totally get it. It feels like a huge effort, and to do behind the scenes shoots, I'd have to pay an assistant to video it for me, and I haven't built those expenses into my costs. Valid. I don't like the way I look, sound, or come across on video. Okay. I want to come across as professional, but it takes forever to get it right. Scripting, sounding natural, and not being boring as hell. Valid. Every time I go to do it, my house is messy, or the light is bad, or I look terrible, and it becomes something that takes too much time. So you can see here behind me, I just literally put that photo over there because there's nothing in that corner. We've just moved house. And so I'm completely out of sync with my usual workflow. So I was using an office before and I had to get out of that. So I'm not in my zone at the moment. And we also moved house and have got really crappy internet. So I totally understand what it's like to be worrying about doing a Facebook Live. Other things that people said, I know I need to. I was going to do it last week. The day got away from me and then I just never did it. I haven't got the balls. That was one of them. They just don't have the balls, to be blatantly honest. And then another one was research says that people favor more structured videos. I'd love to do more structured videos, but every time I plan to do a day of videos, I get a client booking. And when I've done a day of videos, I forget to share them in my emails and my website. So that's another one. So I'm going to go through these in this training today and just talk about how to get around some of this stuff. And hopefully, by the end of this training, the people that were saying these things, I've given enough ways for you guys to kind of understand how to get over these objections. Another one was I write better than I talk. And another one was I just keep forgetting to do them. So who else can relate to this? So if you relate to this at all, please do just press like or love or whatever you want to do so I can see that you can hear me okay. And just really a comment, what have you got something else that is a different objection to why you don't want to do Facebook Lives. You might have another one that maybe I can help you get over. Okay. All right. So the thing is, all totally valid reasons. And as I said, I was planning to do this Facebook Live myself a week ago. And there's 11 reasons why I haven't done it until today. So first was, I forgot. Actually just completely forgot about it. The day would go and then I'd be like, oh, that's right, I meant to do that today. I forgot to do it. The next one was I wanted to map out the content so that it was really, it was a helpful and useful Facebook Live. And, I wanted to come across as professional. I wanted to make sure that because it's a topic of doing Facebook Lives, I wanted to make sure that I knew what I was talking about. Hey, Jade, I knew what I was talking about when I was watching Facebook Lives. So when I was, teaching you guys Facebook Lives, I wanted to come across like I knew what I was talking about. So I wanted to write down the content. 2 of the days that I was going to do the Facebook Live last week, Al came home and was coming in and out of the room that I was using. And I'm like too self-conscious, I can't do it in front of him and he'd be distracting me. Then on, was it Sunday or Monday? It poured down rain. And so the light went really bad in this house. Like, and this room gets light at times, but it gets light that way. And then like I can't turn the computer around and all that sort of thing. And I couldn't use my strobe lights because we've moved house and I don't know where they are right now. Number 6 was I wanted to do live from my computer because I wanted to show you how you can do some really tricky things with lives. And so you don't always have to be doing, you don't have to do Facebook Lives from, hey, Paulina, you don't have to be doing Facebook Lives from your phone. I am right now. I've actually got my phone on like a little gorilla tripod and I'm doing it from my phone right now. But the only reason I'm doing that is because my internet was so bad yesterday, I couldn't do it from my computer. So that was why I'm doing it from my phone. So all else fails, just go back with the phone. Okay. Then I was like, this room wasn't the right room, all that sort of stuff. And then I got a cold sore. So then I was like, oh, now I look like crap and I have to go put face of makeup on and all that sort of thing. And then finally, when I was ready yesterday to do the live, the internet cut out. I felt like I made a complete idiot of myself because I'd told people that it was coming. And, to be fair to me, it's not my fault. Telstra we don't have NBN here yet, and they've also taken away cables. So we've only got like the dongle things. And so it wasn't strong enough on the home thing to do a live stream. And then today I was about to go and do the live and there were workmen outside drilling for like all morning. So totally get the reasons, all the reasons. I actually just said to Al before, I said, I totally understand why people do not do this because it can be really it's nerve-wracking and you don't want to mess up in front of people and all that sort of stuff. So can anyone relate to any of those? Give me a like or a thumbs up or something so that you've had any relation to any of those things happening for you as well. Awesome. Okay. So this training was so important though that I just decided to get over myself. I decided to fight through. Yesterday I had a little bit of a tantrum after the internet cut out. And I really just, I had to go and have a little breather. I had a little bit of I stomped my feet on the wooden floor. And then I was just like, I'm just going to do it tomorrow. So the light's going to be better tomorrow. I'll feel better tomorrow. I'm not tired. I'm much better in the mornings, all that sort of thing. So are we ready to go? So we've gone through the 12 reasons why we don't do them. So now we need to go through why we need to do them, what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, and, go through a checklist. Who's excited? Let me know in the comments. Awesome. Yay. Okay. Oh, and if you know somebody who might like to come back on this Facebook Live, then tag them in the comments to tell them to come and join us. Or you can actually do some swipey thing. I think you swipe left and you can share it. But I've tried that before and I've, lost the connection. So yes, Jade, yay, awesome. I can see, that's good because didn't know whether I could see comments or not on my phone, so I can, perfect. Okay, let's go through 7 reasons. Hey, Tennille, 7 reasons why photographers must use Facebook Live in their business in the current environment, and 17 compelling stats that back me up. So, I'm not just talking, making things up. Okay. So the first and probably the most compelling reason is that Mark Zuckerberg actually announced it to the whole world that Facebook, the algorithm, is going to be favoring content that promotes engagement and live videos. He actually said it. He said videos and live videos, they're going to be favoring it. He also said that, so that's how we actually know the owner of this platform has told us how we can increase our own organic reach. And so if you're finding that you're posting on your Facebook page and you're complaining that, nobody's seeing it and all that sort of thing. Like I know I'll often post things on my page and, 6 people see it. So I totally get it. But we are using somebody else's platform. So our biggest resource is our resourcefulness, and we need to know how to get around that. So Mark Zuckerberg's told us that, this is the way that we get around it. So we need to start doing it. That's the most compelling reason. So if you want to grow your business, Facebook Lives are the way to go. The second reason is users like human connection. Like you guys are here right now, you can interact with me. And it's a really nice way to be able to run a business is, when we're running a business that's online, you need to be able to interact with your people because they don't know you necessarily. So they need to be able to get to know, like, and trust you. And the easiest way to do that is through video, and live video is where you can actually comment with people and, you can answer their questions live. At the Digital Marketer Conference this year, there was a common theme, and the common theme was conversation is the new lead, community is the new brand. So you can create conversations and you can create leads, and you can get quite tricky with messenger bots and things like that now, where I could be saying to you guys, okay, type hell yeah into the comments, and my messenger bot might automatically send you some sort of, a summary of this training or something like that. And that's a way that you could actually build your leads and build your connection that's not just an email address. So, and then the community part is in the fact that you're actually just, talking to people and being a person and being in as part of the community in Facebook. So that's 2 reasons. Reason number 3, it's actually really easy to set up. So you can literally do it from your iPhone, wherever you are, as long as you have internet, mind you. So if you, this is why whenever I do a Facebook Live, I never go live from my home internet. I always go live from my 4G on Telstra, just so that I know that it's not going to cut out. So that was me doing it yesterday. That was an error on my part, thinking that I could trust the home internet when I haven't ever been able to do that before. Now, the other thing as well is I always use my headphones. And the reason I do that is because it's got the microphone on them. And so it just makes the sound a little bit better. So I'll always use headphones for my Facebook Lives. And then number 4 is, another advantage is that is the time of recording to getting the marketing for you is instant. So think about this, right? In the days before, this is what I used to do. I would go and get my big camera. I'd set it up on a tripod. I would have sort of a script that I would say, and, probably get my hair done, all that sort of stuff. And then it would take me all day to do like 4 videos, and they'd be like 5-minute videos, and it would take me all day to get them right, because there's something about doing a scripted, like a video to a camera, that is much different energetically to doing it just to your phone. And the thing is, you can see yourself as well, so you can kind of see what you look like. You're not worried about anything. The other thing though, remember what those days are when you're doing a video. I mean, you guys are photographers, so you get this. You do a video, you shoot it, and you then have to go and upload the footage into iMovie or Premiere Pro or whatever you're using. Then you've got to sit there and spend hours editing it. And then you export it out of that. That might take another 15 minutes. And then you have to upload it into wherever you want to upload it to share it. And then you start sharing it. Facebook's Lives, it's instant. I mean, I'm marketing right now to 4 people that are on live. So, it's instant. And then the other thing is, there's none of that other faffing around to get it live. So the workload is cut from, like, I don't know about you guys, if you've ever done videos, but they take forever for me anyway. It's a whole pain in the bum. And so, you go, I've got actual footage on my computer that I've recorded that have never seen the light of day, because I can't be bothered getting it out, remembering what it was all about, watching it all, and then getting either a video editor to do it or myself to do it. I just haven't got the time. So this is a much faster way to make an impact, to get your message out there, and to do your marketing. It's a win-win-win. So Facebook Lives for the win. Number 5, as photographers, we have an advantage over any other industry, because we actually understand, like, do we want it in portrait orientation? Do we want it in landscape, in portrait? Do we want, where should we stand so we have the best light, so we've got the little sparkle in our eyes? What should the background be so that it looks good in the background? We know that when you have light behind us, we have to have light in front to be able to make the light look good on us. And then if you want to, make the light look better, you might make it darker behind. So this is the stuff that we actually know as photographers, that we have the advantage over other people. And, so it's why, like, whenever you do a Facebook Live, you do it in flattering light. You go and find somewhere that's like not got sun all over your face and do all that sort of thing. And it just makes it more visually compelling to watch. And we have an advantage. So that's reason number 5, photographers must be doing it as well, is we've got the advantage. Why wouldn't we be doing it? Number 6, it actually creates confidence, and it also creates flow in your business. So I remember a past student of mine, Kim. She started with me. She'd moved out to somewhere out west, in the middle of nowhere. It was a town of 530 people. She'd moved out there. She had no kids, so she didn't have those sorts of networks, schools and all that sort of thing that people who have kids naturally have. And so she did a visibility challenge as part of the PBA, and she was doing a Facebook Live, and she did Facebook Lives every single day. And honest to goodness, you should have seen the transformation in her confidence over that month. I don't think she even did it for a whole month, to be honest, but the difference in her was amazing. And it truly does, you get into a flow. Like if you go, okay, on Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays, I do a Facebook Live, it gets into a flow, because then you have conversations with people. And so you're not just sitting behind your desk going, oh, nobody's listening to anything I'm saying, I'm posting stuff and nobody's doing anything. You actually are getting feedback from your business, and you can measure the stats from your Facebook Lives, and you can go, okay, I've noticed that it's a better time to go on, 9 o'clock in the morning or 12 o'clock at lunchtime than it is at, 7 o'clock at night or 3 o'clock in the afternoon when the people are picking up kids or whatever. And so you can tweak it. So that's reason number 6. And by the way, Kim, now commands, $3,000 and $4,000 portrait sales. She doesn't do mini sessions or anything. She just straight up does, photo shoots that, she gets thousands of dollars for each shoot, because she did that work up front. And then, as I said, number 7 is you make more money. So if that's not a reason, I don't know what is. I've just experienced it myself, where, I've done Facebook Lives and it's felt relatively like it's really like it's boosted my business. Whenever I do Facebook Lives, it boosts my business. Because it gives you connection. It helps build trust. It helps build authority. It helps you to find new people to hear what you have to say and to see your photos and do all that sort of thing. And it gives you momentum. So if you do a few Facebook Lives and then you start doing it regularly, it gives momentum. So on the weekend, a couple of weeks ago, we had our event in Sydney, and one of the things I did was I told a story about, what you would do over 12 months to earn $100,000. And when I finished it, I said to the girls, what's your biggest takeaway out of all of that? And they were like, you have to be consistent doing the same, and you do the same thing every single month. And I'm like, yep, exactly. It's not rocket science. It's being consistent and, just always setting the foundations and being consistent and showing up. Now, I actually know somebody who said to me recently that we were talking about like, what was the thing that made the thing happen where you had this success? And she'd done 27 grand in a month. And I was like, what was the thing that you did that month? And she was like, well, the only thing that I did that month different to what I've been doing before was I was doing, regular Facebook Lives. That was the only thing. And she was like, I remember getting to the end of that month and kind of going, oh, I earned that money and I didn't even feel like I'd done lots of work to make that happen. So a Facebook Live can be a true game changer in your business if you do them and you do them consistently. I remember Paulina, I think Paulina's still on here. Paulina did a Facebook Live on her Facebook page to announce one of her funnels being live. And she got quite a lot of engagement from doing that. And I remember watching that and going, well, that's awesome, because it really showed who she was as a person and people related to it. Okay, so that's the 7 reasons why you need to have them. Have I convinced you yet? Because I've got some stats I'm going to throw at you as well. Let me know in the comments. Do you feel convinced that you need to do Facebook Lives? I keep looking over at myself and then going, I need to look in the camera. That's right. So if I'm not looking at the right place, that's why. Sorry, guys. Okay, so here are some stats that might help you to be convinced. That's not just me telling you that this is why it should happen. Video on Facebook has 135% greater reach compared to photo. Viewers are 85% more likely to purchase after watching a product video. When marketers include video in email, the click-through rate increased by 200 to 300%. Open rates increased by 19%. 78% of people watch video every single week. By 2019, internet video traffic will account for 80% of all consumer internet traffic. Video attracts 2 to 3 times more monthly visitors. Native videos on Facebook have 10 times higher reach compared to YouTube links. Social video generates 1,200% more shares than text and image combined. 87% of online marketers use video content. And you can create custom audiences to retarget people who viewed your videos in the last 365 days. And then here are some reasons to use Facebook Live as opposed to just video, like video that you're posting. So we all know we need to be doing Facebook because we need to be doing lives, because I've just told you that all the reasons why. Facebook Lives have double the engagement than non-live videos. People watch Facebook Lives for 3 times longer than non-live content. And I read about this study. It was done by Agora Pulse. I think that's how you say it. Anyway, he posted the same content at the same time as Facebook Live. So he did non-live videos, he did images, he did links, and he compared them all. And he did it with his business and he did it with another business as well, so that he could just see that it wasn't just his business that was, getting the same results. Now, in his business, he did 7 different posts. So in his business, the reach of Facebook Lives was 431% more than any other type of content. The comments of his Facebook Lives increased by 7,000%, and his shares of his Facebook Lives compared to his other content or his non-live videos increased by 2,500%. So it's pretty compelling, right? So how often do you say that you feel like you don't have enough time to do everything you need to do? Doesn't it make sense to take this path of least resistance and feel that you could get, even if it was a 200% increase in the number of people who are seeing your things or commenting, like what impact could that have on your business? So my question to you right now, answer me this. Have I convinced you that Facebook Lives and video are important for your business right now and that you must be doing them? Let me know. Give me a thumbs up. So even if you're nervous and you don't know what to say, because we're going to go through that next in the next bit. So give me thumbs up, thumbs up. Hopefully I've shared enough reasons for you to be open to taking the leap, even if you're still not quite sure what you're supposed to do. Awesome. Okay, cool. So we've covered the 12 reasons. I've given you the reasons why we must incorporate the videos. So let's get into the prep checklist. So, and I have to say to you, this varies sometimes, because sometimes and you guys have seen me do Facebook Lives where I'm walking to work or I'm walking somewhere and I've just decided I'm having a rant about something or whatever. So it's not all... so Jade just said they aren't that hard, so I don't know why I have so much resistance to it. So we're going to go through, because this is the thing. There's two parts to resistance. There's the skills part where you go, I don't know how to do it. I don't know what to say. I don't know this. I don't know whatever. And then there's the mindset resistance. And so the mindset resistance is, people will think I'm up myself. My husband will tell me to take it down, or whatever. And you might not even know what the resistance is yet. Like, you might not be consciously aware of what the resistance is. But I'm not going to go through the mindset stuff today because I don't think we'll have time. I'm going through the skill stuff today. And if people want to work with me on mindset, they can come in, work with me in the Photography Business Accelerator. Okay, cool. So let's get stuck into my prep checklist. So this is what I do before I even get on live. Now, my prep has been going on for a week for this live because of all the issues that I've had. So I can totally understand. This is where the hard bit is. The hard bit isn't delivering. I'm standing here just talking to you. That's not the hard bit. The hard bit is the prep. So, okay. As I said, it varies. Sometimes I just get on and I'll just do a Facebook Live and I'll just have a rant about whatever's popped into my head. But I always follow a few little things that I do the same. So, first of all, you need to have a reason for getting on a live. So this is the people that are saying, I don't know what to say and all that sort of thing. You actually have to come up with a reason. So when you have a purpose, the rest of it flows. So I notice to work out what to talk about on lives, what I do is I actually just notice what my clients and my potential clients are asking me, or what they have objections to. So with your photo shoot clients, it might be, I don't want to do a shoot yet because I feel too fat. I want to lose some weight first. It might be that, little Jimmy's just knocked out his front teeth and we will just wait until they've grown back, or he's just shaved his head and we'll wait until that's grown back. Or it might be, I just don't know where we should do it. We've been umming and ahhing about where we should do the shoot. Or it might even just be that they don't even know that they need it. And you actually have to bridge that gap between. So I've just spent like the first little while of this telling you why you need to do this. Because sometimes people need that part. You need the bit where sometimes people don't know that they need something. So you can do Facebook Lives on why they need it. So you can come up with lots of different reasons, but you have to think about your own personal clients and what are they asking you? What are the frequently asked questions? Or what are the objections that they're giving you that you need to answer? So that's step one. You need to have a reason for getting on live. And so I'm just constantly writing stuff down. Like, I'll just put it in my notes in my phone. If something comes up in our group, I'll put it in my notes and go, I have to deal with that. And you can just then use that for all of your content. And it's not just for Facebook Lives. It's for your social media content, your blogs, all that sort of thing. So if I haven't noticed anything and I don't have any topics, I will sit down and I will brainstorm ideas for what I would talk about. So last week, I decided I was going to spend the next 6 weeks before we go to Ireland doing really regular Facebook Lives. And so I sat down with a piece of pen and a paper and mapped out, literally, there's probably 50 topics that I've mapped out that I could do a live on. And so you just sit down, you actually spend 15 minutes sitting down and brainstorming those. So, take some time and actually work it out, what you should talk about. So then once I have my topic, this is what I say. So this is the structure. So you might want to get a pen if you are, or you might want to come back and watch this later with a pen, but this is what I say. So it's always in the similar sort of structure. So it will first be like an intro covering what I'm going to be talking about and the reason that I'm doing the live or what's prompted it. So that's the what. The next thing I talk about is a belief or beliefs about why people don't want to do it or think that they can get away with not doing it or think that they don't need it or any of those things, because that's the objection or the question. So that's the why. So you're telling them the what and the why. Then you give them some compelling reasons why they do need it. So I like to use stats and things like that. With photography, you probably need to use more emotional reasons. So think about all the reasons why people should be getting photos done. And photography is an emotional thing, so you have to kind of delve into those emotions. And then you need to give some real value. So you actually want to make people watch more videos that you do. Because if there's nothing more annoying when getting onto a Facebook Live and, going, oh, that was a waste of my time, because you're sitting there waiting for something that, feels like it's going to be a really good content, and then it was just a waste of time. So you want to give some real value. You want to show that you're the expert and that they should trust you in that you know what you're talking about. And you want to teach them something that they most likely don't know. And then in this instance, you might hear me saying, we're talking about 7 things and we're talking about 5 things. There's a reason I do that. So I number things, because when I'm yabbering on and all that sort of stuff, I have to think to myself, hang on, what number am I up to? Number 5. Okay, cool. I've done the 5 things. I said I was going to say 5 things. Now I've done the 5 things. And it also helps you to map out content. And then I finish off with a summary of what I've covered. So, hope this has been helpful for you. Today we've covered this. And then a call to action. So you always finish with a call to action at the end of your Facebook Lives. And you, at the end of any piece of content you put out, you always finish with a call to action. So if you don't know what a call to action is, a call to action is telling people what you want them to do. So ideally, your call to action on a Facebook Live is to get people to, you're going to do multiple call to actions throughout the Facebook Live. So you're going to get them to comment, to like, to share throughout the actual Facebook Live. And then at the end, you'll have one call to action where you say what you want them to do next. Now, usually smart photographers who, understand marketing, we don't care about the shares and the likes and the comments at the last piece. What we care about is growing our database and capturing some leads so that we can follow them up. So you do that by sending people either to your funnel, or if you know how to use messenger bots, you could go comment below and I'll send you this free guide, my prep checklist for, Facebook Lives or whatever. And maybe I should have done that. Why don't I do that? So if you guys want me to send you a PDF on Facebook Messenger of this training, comment Facebook Live in the comments. And I haven't set up a messenger bot for this. I'm just making this up off the top of my head. So I will manually send you this PDF just for the people who comment Facebook Live in the comments. Okay, so you want to put a call to action at the end. So once I have that topic, I will map it out just like, it might be like 7 dot points. And I'll map it out onto a little piece of paper, or I just do it in notes on my phone. If I'm like walking to work, so you guys see me like when I walk to work and I do that stuff, what I do is I will just stop for 5 minutes on my walk before I get on the live, and I'll just type it up in notes just so I can get my thoughts together about what I'm going to talk about. So then while I've typed that up, I also put a little spiel on, I'll type up a little spiel that I'm going to put. So you can see like in the description of this live, I've put a little bit of a thing so that you guys knew what this live was going to be about. So the reason that you do that is because you need to put like, there's like one line that people see in their notifications. So you need to be like, they need to be able to see that, whether they bother to go and look at that or not. So even if they're not coming live, they might come later on and see it in their notifications later on. They might go and watch it. So you want to make sure that it captures their attention. So for you guys, obviously, because yesterday I was going to do, talking about Facebook Lives. And so you guys knew that it was coming. But you do want to make it compelling. And then I also kind of was like, oh, fine, take two. We'll try and get this one right today. And then you can also see that I put the call to action in the description as well. Next thing, this is all still prep. So next thing, before I even get on a live, is I check the light. I'll check that the background's okay. I'll check I look okay. I haven't got anything on my teeth. Haven't got lippy, like smudged up my face. Haven't got any boogers in my nose. All that sort of things. And, most days, like today, my hair is actually needing a wash. So I've just put some plaits in it to tie it back. And I can't do it down the middle because I've got grey hairs that need redoing. So that's how we've gotten around all that today. I actually just have leggings on below. I've put on like a flowy top that didn't need any ironing. And, you just put something on that's a bit smart that makes you feel like you're a bit together. And I just find like generally, look, this is another tip as well. If I actually get up in the morning, have a shower and get dressed as if I'm going outside of the house, it's much more likely that I'll do a Facebook Live. So I do get into those things where I go, I'll just put on my leggings and my running clothes and I'll go for a walk and then I'll come home and have a shower after I've been for a walk, and then it gets to like 2:00 in the afternoon and I'm still in my running clothes and I haven't been for a walk at all. So I find it's just best to get dressed, get ready, and then you'll be more likely to do a Facebook Live because you feel better. And then before I go live, getting back to the actual technical stuff, I think about how I'm going to use this video. So it's very highly likely that I'm going to repurpose this video because that's what I teach and that's what I do. So I think about, do I want it to be portrait or landscape? Now, it used to only be able to be portrait. And I find when I'm walking and stuff like that, it's just easier to hold it and all that sort of jazz. If I'm just walking, it's portrait, it's easier. But where I'm at home and I actually, can be still, then I would prefer my trainings to be in landscape format. Now you have to be super, super careful in Facebook that you actually have, that's okay, because otherwise you're going to be sideways in the feed. And that was another thing that stopped me from going live at like 10 o'clock this morning, was because I was faffing around for about half an hour trying to get my feed to work live. So, so make sure that you have that set up. So you can do that to be able to do this on your phone. You just have to have the portrait orientation lock off. And you find that like in the same place where you find like the torch on your phone and all that sort of stuff in the settings. So I like to use portrait, and the reason that I do that is because later on I will turn this into a Facebook ad and to drive traffic to it. And I will also upload it to YouTube and use tags and SEO, like search engine, YouTube optimization things, to get YouTube views as well. So, how we're talking about like how we don't want to put all of our eggs in one basket. So that's why I'll do that. So we don't want all our eggs in the Facebook basket. We want to repurpose our content for other platforms and other ways of generating interest. So that's about it when it comes to the prep. The only other things that I do before I come is you actually have to have a bit of energy for Facebook Live. So you can see I'm actually standing up right now. I've got my phone on a gorilla tripod and it's looking at me from above so that I'm standing up. I've got more energy. It's more kind of open. And if I don't have energy, I also will do a little bit of a state change. So I might do like a little coffee shot, where if you guys have ever been to an event with me, you've seen me do this sort of stuff. You do a coffee shot, it just gets your energy up, or you might jump up and down, do 5-star jumps or whatever, just so that you've got some energy, because you do require a little bit of energy for video that's more than in-person normal. So, oh God, now it's telling me that my phone's going to run out. So hopefully, let's keep going. Okay. So you can choose your location. So you just, you go into the thing. I'll paste the spiel into the description of my live video with the call to action, and then I'll about to go live, you can choose location. If you want to put like, Clare is live from blah, 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 you can choose the location. You can tag friends. You can tag yourself. I always tag myself so it goes onto my personal page. And you can use emojis, all that sort of thing. You can also put filters on. I don't do any of that. And then you just smile and you go live. So that's my prep guide. So would you guys like an example for how, what you would say on your own Facebook Live? Let me know in the comments how I'd do a live for you in the comments as a photographer. Because I know a lot of people have said they don't know what to say, or they need someone to film behind the scenes, all that sort of thing. Would you like me to tell you what to say? Yes, awesome. Okay, cool. All right, so let's do an example. I'm just going to choose an example and go, let's say that you decide to do a behind the scenes live from your client photo shoot. So your location. So this can be super easy for photographers. So all you have to do is get there early before your client gets there. You don't need your client in the Facebook Live. And you can use this as, it's actually a really perfect topic for you. Behind the scenes, first of all, you can do a million of them because you can have different locations and different behind the scenes. And secondly, people are inherently nosy. They love things that are behind the scenes. So they will love watching you behind the scenes. And then the other thing is that you would, you're educating your clients on where are the locations that you want to shoot in, and you're actually giving them something that they need to know as part of your business. So, okay, so you've decided your what is that you're going to do behind the scenes. So your what would be, that's your topic, right? So what you would say is, so remember that we start with the what, we go, hey, I'm coming to you live behind the scenes from my favorite secret location. And this is why your next photo shoot with me should be here. And so I'm going to tell you about all the reasons why I love this location and why it's perfect for my clients. And I'm going to show you some photos later on today after I've done this photo shoot. I'm going to show you some photos later on tonight of the types of photos that you can get from this location. So that's your what. So then your why would be, you'd go, okay, so the reason I'm doing this Facebook Live today is what I've found is most of my clients really struggle with knowing where to do their photo shoot. Or that they think that they need to most clients think that they need to have like a really scenic beach or a park nearby their house so that to make their images look great. And this is why I love it when my clients trust me and leave it to me to come up with the locations, because I know where some super secret locations are that not very many people know about, that always end up with gorgeous photos. And this is one of my favorites, and you might do a little spin around and go, okay, this is one of my favorites. Have a look. Isn't it beautiful? The light's gorgeous, blah, blah, blah. Then you move on to the value part of your script. So, you might say something like, so there are 5 main reasons why I love this location for my family photo shoots. So the first reason is it's got, it's sheltered from the wind because, and that's really important because, there's nothing worse than having your hair done for a photo shoot and then it's a windy day or whatever. And you go through 5 reasons why, and you just talk like a human being and give 5 reasons why you genuinely think this is an awesome location and that you'll be using it in your photo shoots. And then you'd finish that and you go, I'll post a photo in the comments when I get home tonight to show you the resulting types of images you can get here. Would you like that? Comment below if you'd like me to do that. And then you tell, yeah, comment, and you wait for the comment. And then they go, awesome. So keep your eye out for that tonight. I'll come back to you and I'll do that when I'm finished this photo shoot. And then you just finish up and go, okay, guys, I better get ready. My client's arriving any moment. I'm just going to go suss out a few more little locations that it's going to look great in this light. And so if you like this and it's been helpful, Facebook favors engagement. And so it would really help me if you shared, liked, or commented on this video. And feel free to do all 3. And then you want to finish up with your call to action. So your call to action is, So guys, you might not know this, but I actually give away a free shoot every single month. It includes a photo shoot with up to 6 people at a location of your choice, hopefully this location because it's gorgeous. And it's perfect for this time of year, and your images will look amazing. So the shoot even includes some prints, and its total value is $580. You'd be mad to not try and win, give yourself a chance to win. If you'd like to win the opportunity to have a shoot with me, then all you have to do is become a VIP, and I've put the link already in the description of this video. So, and then you just have to wait until see if you won next month. So if you know somebody who would also love this, I'd love for you to tag them below in the comments who would love to win a photo shoot. And thanks so much for watching. I hope I've convinced you why this is such a fab location for your family portraits, and I hope that I'll be seeing you in front of my camera soon. So that's it. It doesn't have to be big and long-winded. It doesn't have to be like this where it's, however long we're talking here. It just needs to be really helpful. So you don't want to just get on and be like, hi guys, I'm just coming to you from behind here, and it's like you're off in 2 seconds. You want to give some value about why, take that opportunity while they're watching you and they're being nosy behind the scenes of actually educating them and going, this is the reason why you really need to come and do a shoot with me at this location. This is why I'm different to other people. So how does that help? Does that help, that kind of scripting for you? Just let me know in the comments. Give me a thumbs up or something. Let me know that I'm on the right track for you guys. So in the Photography Business Accelerator, actually, we go through all the different ideas for what you can be doing on social media to get visible, including like Facebook Live topics, all that sort of thing. So that's just one. And behind the scenes is just one idea that you could do. And that's just another few ideas for you. So hopefully that's helped for you guys. So I don't want to be on here all day and my phone will run out on us. So let's keep going with, we've covered the what and the why. So let's cover the how, the where, and the when. So how? It's quite simple. You get your phone and you click the little live button. So, hey Nicole, so you decide on your orientation, like I said to you, and make sure that you've got the portrait orientation lock off if you want it to be landscape. You do your intro up front as per our content structure, and then we talk about the who, what, why. You can see the number of people online. So right now I can see there's people online, and then I can see 3 comments in the way that I'm looking at it right now. So if people are commenting, then they'll go up, 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 up. And then it scrolls pretty fast. So you have to kind of keep your eye on stuff, but don't let it distract you. Sometimes I just do Facebook Lives, and I don't worry too much about interacting too much. If there's something that I really want, a message that I want to get out really quickly, and I'll just do the Facebook Live as I, intended and I wrote it out. So I always ask people to say hi when they join and to comment. Because sometimes you can't see who's online. So if you're friends with someone, usually you can see it pops up, but sometimes you can't see who's actually online. So if you say to people, comment, at least if they comment, you can actually see their name and you can actually address them and go, oh, hey, so-and-so, because otherwise you can just see a little photo and you might not see who it is. You don't know who it is. And then you do your whole content, you do the call to action, you finish off, you say goodbye. You save it, so then you press finish, and then you save it to your phone or your computer or whatever, so that it goes and go publish or whatever. There's a few steps like that. And then I suggest that if you're nervous about doing it, do a test either in a group that you have. So I've got an old group that I've used before. You can set up a group for yourself just for your own tests. So the only person that's in there is you, and so you can see it and then see it on your what it looks like afterwards. Or the other thing you can do is just do it on your personal page and set it to only me viewing so that you can do it, but then you're the only one that can see it. So I don't trust that, so I do it in a group because I'd be paranoid. Okay, so that's the how. And then the where. So I will do my Facebook Lives on my Facebook page. I used to do them quite a lot on my personal page. And then I realized I needed to stop doing that, because the reason I do it is because I'll likely do a Facebook ad to that live afterwards. Now, you want to do a Facebook Live ad because you've got all the engagement, you've got the likes, you've got the comments, you've got the shares, all that sort of stuff. And so it's social proof to people that you are advertising it to. So it's that popularity thing where, they're more likely to engage and to watch something if it looks like there's already a lot of engagement and people watching. So I will do a Facebook ad to that later. So remember, we're always thinking about how we will repurpose our content later. You might choose to do a Facebook Live on your personal page if you don't have a big following on your business page. So if you do that, you might do them on your personal page. Just make sure you save them down and then you can use them later on your business page. And I would also add the link to your business page and tell them to come and follow you on your business page when you're doing Facebook Lives. And in terms of where physically you can do your lives, anywhere that is good light and good internet. So I think that's just common sense. And as I said, background, light, internet. That's pretty much all you need to worry about. And don't let perfectionism, get in the way of taking action. Just remember that as well. So you then finish and you save for later. And then the when of when you should be doing Facebook Lives. So you don't want to only be doing Facebook Lives because then it's a bit much. You want to mix it up with other content as well. So in my business mastermind with the girls in a group called Boss Babes, we found that we have like 2 to 3 Facebook Lives in a week, maybe 4, is about the good level, because after that you start getting the engagement, and then after like 4 it starts reducing with the engagement. So you tend to get less. So this might just be my belief. I'm not pulling that out of any sort of study or anything. I'm just telling you from my own experience and my friends' perspectives. So I find that when people go live every single day, I tend to tune out a little bit. So unless they've got some awesome description about what they're going to be talking about, I will not go and look at a live. So it has to hook me in with the notification. So that's the when. Now, in terms of the days or the times, you can check out your own Facebook insights to work out when your people are online. But I just tend to find that I go live when I'm ready to go live, because there are enough reasons that are already stopping us from going live with the light and the blah, 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 all the things that go wrong, that you don't need to be going, I have to go live at 9 o'clock at night because that's when my users are online. There's enough reasons to help you procrastinate. You don't want to make the time of day another one. So write this down right now if you've got a pen. Imperfect action is better than no action at all. So this is something I drill into my girls in the PBA. Okay, so now we've been through the what, the why, the how, the when, and the where. Now, the last thing I said I would teach you before my phone runs out of battery, which was a rookie error. Always put your phone on 100% charge before doing a Facebook Live. Let's get into the 5 ways to maximize your impact of doing a Facebook Live, because we're doing it for a reason. We're doing it to grow our following, to get engagement, to grow our businesses. So there's reasons for it. So this is how you can maximize it. Now, these ones you'll love. There's 5 of them. The first one I've kind of touched on a little bit. You repurpose your content. So one of the best things about Facebook Live is that you can download and repurpose. So I'm a huge fan of repurposing things because none of us have enough time to do all the things that we need to be doing. And so why reinvent the wheel with every single thing that you do when you don't have to? So here's an example of how I get 10 different pieces of content from this one piece of content. I repurpose my lives into Facebook ads. I get them transcribed with rev.com and make them into blog posts. I share those blog posts on Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Twitter, and Facebook. I take quotes that I've said inside the Facebook Live from the transcript and make them into shareable quote things in Instagram and Facebook and share those. And then I turn them into trainings with audio and workbooks for my Photography Business Accelerator students. So for example, this one will be added to our library with a checklist of all the things that they need to be doing. So you could do the same thing. For example, you could do a Facebook Live on a product that you want to showcase, that you want people to buy. Then you could upload it to YouTube, and you could, put all the tags in YouTube that help you get SEO on YouTube. So you might find people on YouTube. Then you embed it onto your website, and then you send links through your email sequences to educate your clients before and after the shoot that go to that video to tell them about that product. So there's like 4 different things that you could do right there just from one Facebook Live in your photography business. Number 2, is add captions to your videos. So I don't know about you, but most of the time that I ever watch Facebook Lives is when I'm in bed in the mornings, or like any videos really. So if there's a video that I'm interested in and it doesn't have captions on it, I won't watch it because I don't want to wake up the rest of the house. So I won't watch it and then I'll forget about it and I won't watch it. If it's got captions, I will sit there and watch the whole thing. Now, this is backed up by the fact that 85% of Facebook videos are watched without sound. So it's a no-brainer that you need to add captions to your Facebook Lives, to all your videos, if you don't want to miss out on 85% of your traffic. Number 3, let people know in advance that you're going live. So you might have seen some of my videos where there are titles and things like that where I can move between a screen and my face. So that's software. So it's got a function where you can schedule your live so that your audience gets a heads up. So that's what I did yesterday, and then I had all the drama. So we're all really busy. So this is a great way to give people time and notice to actually show up to something live, so if they're interested in it. So the 3 different platforms I've used before for that, Be Live TV, Ecamm Live, and Zoom. So all of those are paid. So I've used all of those and they all work really well. If you don't want to pay for another software, you can also just send an email to your database, letting them know that you're going live and what you're going to be talking about. And you put the link directly to your live. You can post on Instagram and Facebook that you're going live at XYZ time. You could jump on Instagram stories and tell people that you're going to go live. So, you need to if you let people know in advance, there's more likely that they're going to show up. Now, the other thing as well is it also helps you to stop procrastinating and actually makes you do it and turn up because you've told people that you're going to turn up. Now, the other one is that you can pre-record a live video. You can pre-record a video and upload it as a Facebook Live. What? What is this sorcery, I hear you asking? So all those people that are really nervous about doing Facebook Lives, you can actually record a video, upload it, and it says so-and-so has just gone live. So this is something I've only just discovered because I was in my quest to sort out my internet issues yesterday. And it's a free software called Open Broadcaster Software, where you can get a link to Facebook, upload a pre-recorded video, and get notified. People get notified when you're live. So I just tested it out this morning. It's a little bit fiddly, but it worked fine. So if you're nervous, this might be the thing for you. But before you go, yes, that's what I'm going to do, it is a little bit tricky to set up. So if you're not tech focused and you're not very good at that sort of thing, it might trip you up. And it took me a good hour to set it up. And I'm pretty techie. Now, the second thing, I'm actually going to do a training with the PBA girls so that they have the step-by-steps so that they can do it if they want to do it. But the second thing I do want to say is that I find that I have way more energy and way more animated, and I'm way less boring when I am doing Facebook Lives than when I'm trying to record a pre-recorded video where there's no audience. So just keep that in mind. If you're worrying about being boring, sometimes you're less boring when you're live because you've got an audience. So just take that. And then it might take me all day to record those videos, pre-record them, whereas it takes me you could do 3 10-minute lives in a week and you've done 30 minutes of marketing that has a way bigger impact. So just think about that. And then the 5th thing that you do that could help you maximize your impact is to create custom audiences on Facebook. So what that is where you can actually target ads to people who have watched a certain period, a certain duration of your videos. So if you find that is happening, then you can go, okay, I'm going to do 3 Facebook Lives, and then I'm going to create a custom audience where I'm going to send something to the people who watched more than 50% of my 3 Facebook Lives. And then you could send them through to a funnel, which then would nurture them into something else, which makes them warmer traffic, which makes them more likely to buy from you, and it makes your ads cheaper. So those are my five things to maximize your content on your Facebook Lives. So we have come to the end of our training. I hope you've enjoyed this. Tell me, have you enjoyed it? Give me a love button. Tell me what's your biggest takeaway. And we've gone through the 12 common reasons why photographers aren't doing Facebook Lives. We've talked about 7 reasons why we must incorporate video and Facebook Lives, and 17 stats to back that up. I've given you my pre-live prep checklist. and we talked about step by step how, when, and where to do Facebook Lives. And then we went through how to maximize your impact all together with those tips. And for the people who have been watching, I gave you a secret thing that you might get if you know how to get it and you've watched the whole thing through. So if you like this, please do like and share. If you know photographers that would love this, please do share this video. And if you want to go deeper on how to create automation, how to market your business with that balance of online and offline, then I would love you to join me in the free training. I've put the link above. It's a workshop. It goes for about an hour and a half on how to make an extra $5,000 per month in your photography business. So even if you're just starting out, even if you don't have a list, and even without spending hours on social media. So I'm all about automation. I'm all about making your life easier so that you can work less and earn more. So I hope you guys have enjoyed that today. Thank you so much. I'm going to jump off before my phone runs out of battery, and have an awesome day. And please do give me some love. See you guys. Thanks for being live.